have a genuine theory that Facebook has made the older generation, like people 40, 45 years and older, stupider, like a lot stupider. Or maybe they were always just this stupid and Facebook has just sort of amplified their voices. Like, have you ever, maybe most of you probably have been on Facebook, like if you have older people on there, like, I don't know, your parents, friends and stuff, some of the stuff they come out with is just, it's just outrageous. I deleted my Facebook a long time ago. So I haven't been exposed to this very recently. So I'm on the subreddit shit mum group, say, to sort of see what the older generation have been up to. I'm Gen X and I have a huge problem with how I am left carrying the weight for millennials. For example, I'm 42 and my daughter is 22. She decided a while ago she does not want any kids. I don't blame her. Kids are fucking annoying. Like, do you ever just go somewhere and there's someone's little shit of a kid running around and you just look at them and you're like, you were so selfish. You are so selfish for bringing this little rat into the world. She's actually getting a procedure for sterilization next year, but those souls need to come into our family for ancestral or karmic reasons, still need to be born. So I'm stuck birthing and raising two babies who should have been born to her, but can't be because she's too selfish to have kids. I don't think she's the problem. I think you're just fucking insane. You had two children. You had two extra children because your daughter didn't want to have children. We joke about how my 1.5-year-old girl, her siblings, is actually hers, but she just didn't want to have it. But deep down, it's not a joke. You are mental. If she wasn't so selfish, I wouldn't have a toddler daughter right now. If you weren't so insane, you wouldn't have a toddler daughter right now. Okay, I mean, this is a tweet, but like, it still stands. Obsessed with this woman who recently free birthed into the ocean. Yeah, why? Why? I know this person's gonna be like, oh, of course it's a white person with dreadlocks as well. Fucking hell. They're gonna be like, oh, I want my baby to be born into nature. Your baby doesn't give a fuck. I'm sure your baby would much prefer to come out in like a clean hospital than dirty fucking salt water. What? Is it weird to still be nursing my 54-month-old? They're almost 55 months old. If that makes a difference, when should I stop? And why are you still counting age in months? Yeah, that's like 4 years. That's 4.5 years. Please tell me that post was a joke and you're not naming your daughter Tragedy. Oh, I am. See, the word tragedy has been used as a demeaning and offensive insult towards creative mothers. And I'm sick of people on Facebook claiming me that slur. What, a tragedy? So my baby girl is reclaiming it and Tragedy Ann is her real name. I don't want to hear about it from someone like you. Okay, second question. How's it pronounced? I'm looking that up. That's not a common name. I don't think there's anyone else on this planet called Tragedy. Oh, okay. So apparently it means a name that has been made up and or deliberately misspelled it to appear more unique than it actually is. So it is pronounced Tragedy, I think. My son turns 5 at the end of this year, so I have to enroll him in school. The school has just told me I can't come and breastfeed him at recess and lunch. Imagine being the teacher that gets that call. Hello, the school, how are you today? I'm good, thank you. Can I come and breastfeed my child while he's at school? No. I don't know what to do. I feel like they're discriminating against me. Shut the fuck up. Baby number 2 at 15 with one almost 2-year-old. Give me all the tips and tricks, please. Use protection. My daughter is 9 months old. I'm so frustrated. Her cognitive level is like a 5-month-old. The only word she has said is ma or mum. Basically only She doesn't mimic. She doesn't grasp anything I teach her. She doesn't try any syllables, not even g's or zzz. I've taught her sign language since 4 months old and she still won't grasp it. Maybe because she's 9 months old. I'm exhausted from having to guess every day what this child needs. It's beyond exhausting. She just won't use her words and proceeds to throw fits, but I can't figure out what she wants in that moment. Maybe because she's 9 months old. So there I am, minding my business, smoking my cigarette, and I say hello to a man, probably officer, walking by to, be nice. He just looks at me and shakes his head, keeps walking, looks back, shakes his head again. Do you have something to say? Is it the tattoos, the fact I'm pregnant and smoking? What? All the above, or are you just a douche? I think it's the tattoos. He probably just doesn't like your tattoo. No, it's the fact you're smoking when you're pregnant. You're not supposed to do that. Please explain yourself so I can politely correct you. Pretty sure my 2 doctors are aware I'm smoking, as I have with all my babies. How are they doing? Not because I'm a bad mum, but because I smoke instead of trying to quit and stress myself and body out while carrying. I just continue to do what I normally would. Please go be irritated at something else. In a why did your toddler tantrum thread, mum admits to sending her son to school with no shoes or clothes and post them completely unrestrained in the car. Hang on, did not want to get dressed for school, so send him naked with only a pull-up. The grammar in that is fucking awful. If you cannot string a sentence together like that and English is your first language, you should not be having kids. You should have to take several tests before you become a parent. Whereas the seatbelts or even a car seat, yeah, that's fucked. Hi, I need opinions. My husband, who's my kid's stepfather, just asked my 18-year-old daughter to cut the back of his hair. I got a little horrified fired and told him no. I don't know, the thought of her being in the bathroom with him getting that close with a shaver just seems too intimate. What the fuck are you on about? He's acting like I'm crazy. I told him that's something his wife should be doing. He said, well, you hate cutting my hair, which I do. What do you think? I think there's nothing wrong with that. What the fuck? How's that intimate, shaving the back of someone's head? I never feel intimate with my barber when he shaves the back of my head. My husband and I are traveling overseas. We plan on flying business class and having our 2 toddlers in coach with the nanny. Has anyone ever done this? How did it go? Can I go back to the coach area and be with my kids if they cry or need me? You know what? This might be an unpopular opinion, but fair enough. Them kids haven't earned them business class flights. If I'm rich enough when I have kids, I'm flying at business class and my wife and the kid are going in coach unless she decides to pay for both of their tickets. Kid needs to get their fucking bread up. Oh my god. How much melatonin are you giving your 4-month-olds? My son keeps waking up at night, so he needs to start melatonin. I think he has a sleep disorder, but I can't find the problem. Have you ever taken melatonin? It's like one of them ones, if you're in the UK, you have to import from America because you can't buy it over the counter here. I bought it once to try and fix my sleep schedule. Holy fuck, it knocks you out, and the next day you feel awful. Not awful, but just knackered. Why would you give melatonin to a 4-month-old? Because he's not sleeping at night. Melatonin is for that. They're not supposed to sleep all night. As I was saying, you should have to take a test before being a parent. Please help! We have a friend whose 14-year-old daughter is having a psychotic break. She doesn't recognize her mum. What oil was that? I don't think essential oils or whatever the fuck are gonna help someone with a psychotic break. Take him to the doctor. Ladies, is there a 24-hour place I can leave my kids? I want to go out of the country for 10 days and finances are not allowing us to travel together. Maybe you should have thought about that before you had kids. It's not like a cat. You can't just put it in. What are the cat places? I want to say stables. What are they called where you, like, give your cat to them? I've just Googled cat place holiday. What are they called? It's on the tip of my tongue. Boarding. Yeah, you can't just like, ship your kid off. I'm almost 7 months pregnant with our first child, a little girl. I've been fighting with my husband because he doesn't like the name I've picked out. I want to name her Tinderly. Tinderly? What, after Tinder? Because we met on Tinder. I was joking. I hadn't read that far ahead. Because we met on Tinder a little over a year ago. The site helped me find my true love and I think the name is perfect. And that's actually horrible. My husband thinks it's embarrassing and don't want people to know we met there. How can I convince him how special this name is to me? Plus, I'm a little hurt that he is embarrassed by the way we came together in this world. He is probably embarrassed of you. You're calling his child Tinderly. After Tinder, section yourself. Can autism come from a baby falling off a bed a few times as a infant 5 to 8 months? I don't think that's how autism works. Oh god, this already looks fucking insane. My 8-year-old son was my husband in several past lifetimes. This has been confirmed not only by him, since he remembers his past, but also by 2 mediums. I don't think that counts as it being confirmed. I don't think that makes it a fact. He treats me with a love. Oh, so this is your son? That's disgusting. He treats me with a love I've never known. Cares for me when I'm sick, attends to and intuits my every need. That's a bit worrying. Leaves me love notes by my bed. Talks about the devastation he felt when I died. Carries my this is utterly insane. Opens the door for me. The list goes on like you could even ever imagine or expect an adult partner to act in this way. Yeah, that's grim. That's grim. Like, the police should be scouring Facebook for these people and arresting them. Never to let them see the light of day again. What can I do to make sure my baby is on the smaller side? My first was 6 pounds 14 ounces and I just love tiny babies. I'm afraid my second might be bigger. Yikes. I don't want big chubby baby. Nothing bigger than 7 pounds at least. Is there something I could do to ensure this kid won't be big? I was like 9.5 pounds when I was born. And look at me now. But like, why does that matter? Why does this matter? Why would you want to stunt your child's growth? That just doesn't sound safe. Baby Dharma. Right, so not only have you dressed your like 6-year-old up as a real serial killer, you're also letting him handle a drill as part of his Halloween costume. That doesn't sound like a very good idea. My son is going to be 2 in August and I still don't have a bond with him. He loves my husband more than me. When I was preggo with him, I wasn't excited at all. I never held him as a baby or did anything. I did formula with him because I didn't want him. You hated your own child this much. My son went to Florida for a month with my husband in Jan and I love the house to myself. Not sure if I wasn't ready for kids or not. I'm preggo again and can't wait for my son to arrive. I already feel a special bond with him already. I'm having him next month. This baby, I can't wait to hold him and everything. This baby I'm breastfeeding and I can't wait. Imagine fucking like growing older and scrolling through your mum's Facebook when you can use Facebook and seeing this. Like, some people just shouldn't be parents. I feel like once my new son arrives, I won't want to be around my other son so much. I would want to take the new baby places. It's easier since he doesn't can't walk yet. Lol. Terrible parent. Terrible parent. Okay, ladies, please let me know if I'm overreacting. I can already tell because it's been posted on this subreddit. You are probably overreacting. I bought my husband a specific mug for him on our anniversary that reads, "This guy is an awesome husband." The only problem is he allows his son to drink out of it. When I mentioned nicely last night that SS7 shouldn't be drinking out of it. SS7? Is that like his fucking code name? What's that? He got so upset and proceeded to tell me how it's just a mug and anyone can drink out of it. I told him I'm throwing it away because he doesn't cherish. It's a mug. It's a mug. Am I overreacting, or should SS drink out of one of his own cups? He has several. Get a grip. What? Here are my maternity photos I promised to share. I wasn't stung once. The queen is tethered to my belly inside of a cage. What does that even mean? I don't know what that means, but it doesn't sound good. We just dumped the bees on me and they naturally began to beard. I was terrified as I was allergic. Once that lasts for weeks, don't worry. This was approved by my doctor. Who is your doctor? Harold Shipman. What kind of doctor would approve this? But it was worth it. This is roughly 10,000 bees. That's not, those pictures fucking suck. You didn't even get a good picture out of them. So I monitor my 17-year-old's phone. I found messages between him and his 18-year-old. Why are you monitoring your 17-year-old's phone? Like, there's something wrong with you if you're monitoring your 17-year-old's phone. They're basically an adult at that point. You gotta let them have their independence. Saying he wishes I wasn't so overbearing. Judging from these first 3 lines, you don't seem overbearing at all. That's outrageous. They can't wait to tell me to fuck off and block my number when he's an adult. I don't blame him. Told her he plans on buying a secret phone with his next paycheck next week, so I can't go through his phone anymore. I mean, fair enough. This is very fair. Making plans to sneak off and have sex, which I thought I put a stop to. He's 17. And mentions of an apartment and how rent and bill split will go. So I scrolled further because I didn't know what apartment they were talking about and payments. I scrolled till I got my answer. Since she's 18, she lives with roommates. Next year when my son turns 18, he'll be moving in with her and one of the roommates, but in a different city. Looks like they chose one close to the college he plans on going to. I didn't even know about any of these plans, and I'm hurt that he basically plans on just disappearing. I don't even know what to say. Here were my rules. No hanging with girlfriend alone because they were having sex. That's outrageous. And can only hang out under adult supervision. That's so, what the fuck? That's so fucking weird. Imagine only being able to hang out with, imagine being basically an adult and only being able to hang out with your girlfriend when your mum is sat next to you. Curfew, 10 p.m. weekends. Must have password to the phone and social media so I can monitor, and Life 360 stays on the phone as well. Phone's off at 10/11. Yeah, you're insane. If you were my mother, I'd cut you off too. What? No! This might be a reach, but my 3-year-old has always been obsessed with cars and is now into driving them. And they've attached a picture. They've attached... No! What? I let him drive down our dead-end street on my lap, but that's not enough for him. And it's obviously all I can let him do. Is there somewhere in the lower mainland where you can take 3-year-olds to drive vehicles? I don't think so. And probably for good reason. Subscribe if you would let your 3-year-old drive your car.